man does not put his hands on a woman that is not his wife. A real man. His sexual appetite, because that's another way that the world measures men. So there are all kinds of herbal products now. In fact, on social media now, there are all kinds of paid adverts on how to make you a warrior, a sexual warrior, how to make you a sexual lion, how to make you the giant of the world in sex, because the world also measures masculinity by sexual prowess. Are you with me? But for the Christian man, his passions, his emotions, his appetites for sex, he has control over it. So he can wait until he's married. He can wait until he's married. It's not just his hands that he has control over, he has control over his eyes. So he doesn't look upon pornography. And when sisters come into his presence, he can look upon them without lust in his heart. A real man. Sure, you know that in the world today, women have been objectified. Do you know what I mean by that? The world today portrays women as objects that men can use to satisfy their longings. Are you here? So that is why if they want to advertise male products, they will use a woman that is half naked. Why? Is it the woman you are buying or the product? It's because they feel that everything that a man is doing is so that he can get a woman to satisfy his sexual cravings. So men are described as people who don't have sense. That if a man just sees a woman, he loses his head. A Christian man must be able to prove, a real man must be able to prove that he has control over his passions and his emotions. If you don't have control over your passions, you are not a real man. If you have muscles that they don't have your shirt size in the market again because your chest is too big. If you can't control your passions and your emotions, you are a weak man. You are not a real man. You ask him, why did he put his hand on a 13-year-old? He says, it's the devil. That's not a real man. That's not a real man. He said, okay, I don't know. I can't control my sexual urges. I can't control my desires. So since I can't control it, let me be feeding myself with pornography first. That's not a real man. That's a boy in a man's body. Real men can control their passions. Because you see, brothers, when you get married, every day is not a sex day. You will have sex holidays. There will be days in your life that there's not even appetite. If you don't know how to survive now as a single brother, you will kill your wife. You know, the average young man thinks that marriage is just sex in the morning, sex in the afternoon, sex in the evening, then before you sleep in the night, sex again. That's what they think. But there are days in the marriage that you will even be waiting on the Lord. If you don't have self-control before you marry, you cannot cultivate it in the marriage. Marriage is not a solution to lack of self-control. Say, the guy is womanizing, he's womanizing, let him go and marry. That's not how it works. That's not how it works. If you cannot manage your self-control, whether as male or as female, you will sleep with the house girl. How do you explain that somebody has a small girl living in their house? A small girl living in their house, a married man. His wife is there. His wife is not depriving him of sex, but he's going to rape the little girl in the night when his wife is sleeping. That's not a real man. Even if he has a masculine body, he's not a man. Paul says that men must be watchful. You must have so much control that temptation does not have a hold over you. Otherwise, if you are not like that as a man, then in the face of temptation you will not be able to stand firm. Because being watchful is before the temptation. Standing firm is when you are faced with it. And when you stand firm, you are standing in the faith. A real man is one that has built solid faith. So sisters that are here, if you are in a relationship and the man is saying it's because you know, brothers have some strange lines. A sister was saying to me that she was in a relationship with a guy preparing for marriage, and then the brother says he's always touching her, always touching her. It's almost a fight to say, let's wait. Actually, you say you want to marry me. Then one day she told him that, "Oga, are you not a Christian?" He says, "It's because I'm so much in love with you, so I can't keep my hands off you. I'm so much in love. But we're going to get married. We're going to." So if your wife as a young man is now in the theater delivering a child, it means that you can go and remove the doctors and drive them and say, "You get the way body they do me now." Real men have self-control. Self-control. So sisters, if you are in a relationship with a brother and he does not have self-control, such a man needs to be reported to another man that can mentor him properly. Self-control is one of the characteristics of real men. Not just in sex, in how they spend money, in how they relate with the opposite sex, in how they their hobbies. I remember when we just got married, a friend of mine will bring PlayStation to the house. I think that was when we just got married, first year also. Bring PlayStation to the house. And then, you know, when you get married, when you are newlywed, it's bonding time between you and your wife. You are getting to know each other. It's supposed to be time of fellowship. I liked PlayStation. Hi. You don't know. May the Lord reveal it to you. So he will bring it. And you know the thing about PlayStation is, you think you can win. So when they flogged you 6-0, you say, "Nah, lie, let's do it again." So he will come at 8. We'll be there till 6. And you know, women have a way of registering their displeasure. She cannot come and tell you because she knows you are the head of the house. So she can't come and tell you, "Stop playing the PlayStation." They'll just be banging all the doors. Then they walk to the door and draw the curtain like this. So meanwhile, I'll be doing as if my eye is paining me. That thing, it must reach 7 o'clock. A real man knows how to manage his passions, even his hobbies. He has control. I've taught you before, anything that is supposed to bring you pleasure or enjoyment or entertainment, and it is now controlling you, has become a stronghold. That thing is no longer entertainment. You are a slave to a spirit. You are a slave to a spirit. Real men have control. I want us to have enough time for questions, so let me take